Please give a nice round of applause for these distinguished guests here at this evening's game.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. This is game number 2 of our Crossroads League doubleheader. Features Coach Lacrosse and your Cougars taking on Coach Jim Kessler and Grace College. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you for the opening of today's game.
Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone, or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical.
Yeah, folks, we got senior night here. Coach Lacrosse in the center of the floor, and we're going to crank it up here.
Coaches say Heaven has a tremendous early career with USF. Becoming a career has to contribute right away and been extremely consistent for 4 years. With a business-like approach, every practice and game has made him a great college basketball player. He will lead USF as the best three-point shooter in USF history. He's currently made 3 years, 16 three-pointers, shooting 43.6% from three-point range. This is a right on campus. He's won 105 games and is number 21 in the all-time scoring with 1,270 points. To the Elite Eight, national runner-up in Sweet 16, and Crossroads League and regular season national championship. And then dinner. Our next senior is Derek Lynn. Parents Britt Patricia. Derek is a secondary education history major. His career plans include teaching and coaching basketball. Best experience on being in USF and being in a great team as well on the games. But Derek will take away from playing basketball and attending USF is to be successful when you have to work hard and surround yourself with people who are going to do the same and want to do best. No matter what, basketball and teaching is really like it. Coaches say Derek is an outstanding leader for the program. It's arriving on campus is like we have to whatever it takes for our team to be since Cougars have been playing at USF, they're getting an opportunity to play basketball every day, and meeting a lot of friends that go out of his life. We'll take away from being part of the basketball program at USF. It's being a lot of areas and lessons that he's learned in the classroom and on the court. He also got to meet a lot of new people at USF and becoming great friends with them. Coach St. Bryce will lead USF as one of the best players ever put on a uniform for the Cougars. After this season, Bryce will become the second player in USF history to be a three-time NAIA All-American. Earlier this year, Bryce became the first Cougar to score over 1,000 record of 1,000 rebounds for his career. He currently has 1,753 career points and 1,005 rebounds. He's currently 6th on the USF all-time scoring list. He's had an outstanding career with the Cougars and has been a big part of the success of the last 4 seasons. Including Evan, he's won 105 games and counting, one trip to the Elite Eight national runner-up in 2016. He's also won a Crossroads League regular season and tournament championship. Bryce Lynn. Tonight's final senior, Stephen Turner. Parents Jeff and Debbie Turner. His siblings include Elizabeth, Gaten, and William Turner. Stephen is an accounting major and plans to become an outfielder at Clifton, Larson, Alabama, Indianapolis. Best experience with leading USF was he took the floor this year to spend time with great teammates in France. We'll take away from playing basketball and going to USF. It's a lot of great friendships and teammates. Coaches say Stephen has been a tremendous addition to the program. His work ethic is like no other player that he's ever coached. He has a great attitude and brings a workman's mentality to every practice and game. He's battled many injuries over his playing career, but he's never had an excuse to work hard on becoming an impact player for the rest of the season. He is a true team player and wants to live the best out of the way of his teammates. He brings huge reason for the success of the program and the season. I'll be happy with what he has been able to accomplish this year on the court. Stephen Turner. Coaches of Sunday Seniors have raised the bar from the beginning of their season in 2014 and already become the winningest class in USF, with 105 wins in counting. As your head coach, I cannot thank you enough for all of your hard work, dedication, and enthusiasm you bring each and every day. These players are great basketball players, but also all 4 of them are outstanding students. All the success you have on the court and classroom doesn't come in comparison with the great work that all become the impact of having all of our lives. The coaching staff, players, and the entire USF community thank each and every one of the seniors for all you've done for the University of Francis. And you guys very much look forward to being part of your future success. Go to the group.
There we have it, folks. Cougar seniors being honored before today's tip-off. Once again, today's game will feature the Grace College Lancers, 4-12 in the Crossroads League, 11-17 overall, taking on the number 3 ranked team in the country, University of St. Francis. Cougars come in with a 22-6 overall record, 12-4 in Crossroads League play. Now, currently, St. Francis is a win today, and St. Francis will be tied for first place in the Crossroads League. Indiana Wesleyan still has to take on Spring Arbor at home, while St. Francis will end the season at number 16, Bethel. So it's going to be very, very fun to watch the conclusion of the Crossroads League regular season. Once again, the Cougars still have a shot at hosting the Crossroads League all the way throughout. This past Saturday did lose to Indiana Wesleyan for the second time this season, 86-82. St. Francis currently in a 2-game losing streak after having lost a week ago at Huntington, 97-91. Well, folks, let's read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. Says, number 3 Cougars aim to reclaim share of Crossroads League lead with a win over Grace College tonight. Thanks to Mount Vernon Nazarene University, the University of St. Francis Cougars aim to reclaim a share of the Crossroads League lead with a win on senior night. The Cougars hope to have at least 2 more Hutzel Athletic Center games in the Crossroads League tournament. MVNU edged Crossroads League leader Indiana Wesleyan University 83-81 on Tuesday night, opening the door for USF, adding a new meaning to tonight's game with Grace College. First, we pause to thank seniors Bryce Linnup, Evan Henry, Stephen Turner, and Derek Heinen for their countless hours of dedication and commitment to USF and the athletic program. They all have played important roles in USF's 4 consecutive 20-plus win seasons. Linnup and Henry played crucial roles in USF's record-setting 35-5 campaign as an NAIA championship finalist. USF won the first meeting with the Lancers 94-71 back on January the 3rd in the first game of 2019. Connor Lotzenheiser scored 23 points, Chandler White 20. In the USF win at Grace, Matt Jennings scored 18 to lead the Lancers coming off the bench. Grace snapped a 3-game losing streak with its 84-78 win at number 22 Spring Arbor on Saturday. The Lancers' win at SAU was their first in 9 games against an NAIA top 25 team. 3 of those losses were in overtime, and 5 had been by 7 or fewer points. Grace College has won 2 of its last 3 away games. Since losing their first 9 Crossroads League games of the season, the Lancers are 4-3. USF is 4-3 in rematch games, having dropped 2 consecutive to Huntington, Indiana Wesleyan. We'll send it down to our PA announcer. There we have it, folks. Starting lineups for today's big game. Coach across in his 8th season with the University of St. Francis. Jim Kessler's in his 41st season at Grace College, the NAIA Hall of Famer. Kessler, a 1970 graduate of Grace College. In the center to tip off will be the 2-time All-American Bryce Linnup. He'll face off against Eric Bowen, senior, 6'6", from Kokomo, Indiana. As the tip is handled by Linnep. Quickly gets it over to Lotzenheiser to Stephen Turner. Cannot finish in transition, and a foul is going to go against Turner right away to start this game. That has been the kryptonite for St. Francis here towards the end of the regular season, is foul trouble for Stephen Turner and Bryce Linnep. Bringing the ball up is Braxton Linville, sophomore from Napanee, Indiana, Northwood High School. And it's Bowen down on the block, backing down Stephen Turner, trying to get around him. Turner with some strong defense. Hook shot's no good. Rebounded by Linnep. Loose ball tapped out to Lotzenheiser. Drive straight to the cup. Strong off glass, but Linnep's there with the putback. First 2 points of the game go to the two-time All-American. Good way to start the game for Bryce with the lay-in. Bryce Linnep just cannot be stopped down there on the block. Way too savvy a player. Number 22, that's Matt Jennings. Jennings hung up underneath the rim. No good. Loose ball is picked up, and a lot of nerves in this game to start off. Very frantic start to this game. Both teams wearing the Nike uniforms. Still trying to figure out. I like that pattern that Grace has got rocking. Got the shade on the sides of the legs and the side of the top jersey. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointers up. No good, as it was left short by number 30, Logan Godfrey. Godfrey does lead their team in scoring as Linnep gets bucket number 2. Logan Godfrey shooting 56% from the field, ranks him number 32 in the country, and he averages 15.8 points per game. He has taken 1 3-pointer but missed it. Out of the corner, pump fake and drive. Traveling, not called. In transition, Lotzenheiser straight to the cup, no good. So that's the second point-blank shot for Lotzenheiser that he's missed. On the other end, Linfield jump stop, no good. And that's going to be last touched by Bowen. Weird start to this game here. 1:55 in, St. Francis up 4-0. Once again, normally we're just finishing up the men's game about this time on a Wednesday, but this is game number 2 of a doubleheader, so the tip-off, instead of being at 7, was scheduled for 8, and then the women's game went into overtime. So Henry for 3, no good. Godfrey gets the board. Looks like his right foot may have been on the baseline. Underneath, nice feed to Matt Jennings. 4-2 your score. Logan Irwin, now an assistant coach with Grace College. Three-pointer is good by Evan Henry. Cougs up 3-2. Or excuse me, 7-2. It's a 3 by Evan. Catch and shoot off the heel. That was Hayden Deaton, the freshman from Lafayette, Indiana, McCutcheon High School. Heinen, 3 minutes into this game. He'll be picked up right away by Deaton. Lotzenheiser finds Linnep down on the block. This is where Godfrey's in tough shape right there. Godfrey doing a good job of holding up Linnep, but Stephen Turner's there with the lay-in. Cougars on a 9-2 run to start this game. Linville, as Bowen was walled off there by Linnep. Linville does not go back to Bowen. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer. That one's strong. Offensive board by Linville. Logan Godfrey also ranks number 28 in the country in offensive rebounding. He averages 2.90 boards a game. Nice rebound there by Linnup, getting it over to Lotzenheiser. Quick touch by Bryce. Henry. Nice feed. Heinen, no look. To Turner. Muscles through the contact. Steven Turner extends that Cougar lead to 9. Let's take one more look there. Our first media timeout here at 15:37. Excuse me, I'll get to our Parkview Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider for the Cougars.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back, USF up 11-2 over Grace. At the free throw line, it's Steven Turner looking for the and one. Entering today, Steven shooting 81% from the free throw line, hitting 29 of 36. It's a transfer from Florida Southern. This is the first. This is the and one, I should say. 11-2 your score. Steven currently with 4 points in this game. Linnup has 4, and a big three-pointer by Evan Henry. Baseline jumper by Bowen, rims in. So that will end in a 7-0 run by the Cougars, as Bowen brings his team to within 7. Heinen near wing, walled off up top there by Godfrey. Hand off to Heinen, top of the key. Turner left all alone for 3, knocks it down. Steven Turner with his 7th point of the game. Sweet shot there by Steven. He doesn't take many three-pointers, but obviously he's got range. He's now 1 of 2 on the season. Cougars up by 10. Bowen's kick out goes to Deaton. Excuse me, that was 22. Jennings, who knocks down the triple. (14-7) to score. Henry finds Linnup down low. Once again being posted up by Godfrey. Evan, that's the area he hit his first three-pointer. St. Francis all-time leader in three-pointers made is Evan Henry. Hunter Hollowell into the game. Jumper just inside the arc, no good, but rebounded by Godfrey. Other direction, blocking foul going to be called on Heinen. So for Derek, that's his first and the team's second. Austin Compton checking in and Chandler White checking in for St. Francis. White, normally a starter for the Cougars, starting this game on the bench, giving the start to the senior, Stephen Turner. Inbound pass intended, went right through the hands of number 32, Jarrett Sons, but he was able to corral it. Rebounded by Henry. The only senior that was not in the starting lineup was the sophomore, Connor Lotzenheiser. Hunter Hollowell is going to be called with the foul, his first, team's third. Over the timeline is Jennings. Rising up, number 23, left short. That's Charlie Warner, the sophomore from Westfield, Indiana. He's a rock. Hollowell, Linnup, dribble drive, nice Euro. Bryce Linnup, flashing, his 6th of the game. Don't see that very often from Bryce Linnup. Big man Euro. Bryce nearly came up with the steal. Godfrey throws it down. Godfrey felt that separation. Boy, he smelt the rim as Compton finishes on the other end. Austin Compton, just a spark plug for the Cougars in the loss against Indiana Wesleyan. But, man, he did a great job. Nearly led the Cougars to a W. Obviously, along with the rest of his teammates, but Compton made a big difference this past Saturday. Austin picks up his dribble. 18-9, Henry for 3. 2 for 2 now for Evan Henry beyond the arc. Knocking him down on senior night. Good work for Evan. Cougars rolling now, 21-9, but answering on the other end is number 23, Warner. It's 21-12. Man-to-man defense being played here by Grace. Once again, Compton, he gets lost in the lane and always finishes. So good is Austin Compton. He gets lost down there on the block. He'll dribble circles around you until you forget about him. That bucket was good. I believe that was Grace number 32. Turnover by St. Francis. So Hunter Hollowell checks out, Linnup checks out. Stephen Turner back into the game, Lotzenheiser back in. The only player who has not sat yet is Evan Henry. He doesn't take much of a breather ever. Evan Henry leads the team, averaging 34.6 minutes played per game. Godfrey. Quick step by Logan Godfrey. Godfrey now with 4. Had that big dunk earlier. Floater, trying to keep it alive is Compton, and he does, right over to Evan. Henry's being guarded by number 32, Jarrett Sons. Pass just a little bit too strong. And once again, kept alive by Henry. Feed intended for Stephen Turner. And that is going to go off of number 34, Martin Scheil, freshman from Hammond, Indiana, Griffith High School. Henry working out of the corner, goes up to White. St. Francis normally plays on Tuesday. Ooh, nice. Connor Latzenheiser down on the block with the flash. Connor's first bucket of the game. Cougars up by 9. Latzenheiser just a sophomore. Strong player for the Cougs. Three-pointers left short. It's White with the rebound. So foul called on the floor. Goes against number 34, Martin Scheel. With the inbound, it'll be Austin Compton here. 9:21 left to play in the first half. Compton back to White. Chandler enjoying a great junior year here as Latzenheiser kicked it right over to the Lancers. Now in transition, big block by Chandler White. Heinen pushing it for St. Francis. Back to White, looking to finish on the other end, is hung up. Good defense being played by Sanz. He's from Rushville, Indiana. Back to Heinen. Derek fading away. Dramatic fadeaway there for Heinen as he needed to get that separation. Just couldn't finish with the right. Derek has yet to score in this game. Nearly 12 minutes in. As a three-pointer is good by Sanz. Sanz' first 3 points of the game. Heinen, nice, just got it over the outstretched hand of Sanz. Good looking play there for Heinen, his first bucket of the game. Right-handed shot's no good by Sanz. Compton push. Nice lead for Stephen Turner. Austin Compton with the assist. Beautifully done. Stevens having one heck of a first half here for the Cougs. As we are going to have a media timeout here. Looks like Coach Kessler called a 30-second timeout, so not the media. It's about that time, though. 29-19. How about Stephen Turner? 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. Stephen has 9 points, and that leads all scorers. Into the game, that's number 11, Stephen Halstead from Fort Wayne, Indiana Snyder High School, as Godfrey cannot hit with a left-handed lay-in. Heinen, he was just sandwiched, 1 on 3, gets it out to Latzenheiser. Connor dialing it up, off the heel, no good. Latzenheiser, entering today's game, is shooting 33% from beyond the arc. His 103 three-pointers attempted is second best on the team, only to Evan Henry's 152. Baseline jumper by Godfrey's no good, and Godfrey's going to be called with the foul over the back. His first. Team's third. Jarrett Sanz leads Grace with 115 three-point attempts. Evan Henry entering today, shooting 41% from beyond the arc. Today's game is brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Back here at the Hutzel Athletic Center, St. Francis, number 3 ranked team in the country, leading at 29-19 over Grace College. A win tonight for Coach Chad Lacrosse, and he will be tied with Indiana Wesleyan for first place in the Crossroads League. Wesleyan will finish up the season at home against Spring Arbor, a team that they lost to the first time around. St. Francis will travel to Bethel College and take on the Pilots, a team that we beat the first time around. That was an overtime victory here at the Hut as Lennup finishes down low. Cougars currently on a 6-0 run, extending its lead. 12 points. Catch and shoot, no good. Bryce with the board. Lennup already with 6 rebounds in this game. Compton, the wraparound feed finds Lennup. Another great play by the 2-time All-American in Austin Compton. Bryce is now the game's leading scorer with 10 points. Godfrey on the block, gets his own rebound and finishes. He'll head to the free throw line looking for the and one. Foul's called on number 31, Compton. Godfrey enters today as a 66% free throw shooter, making 95 of 45. No good. 12-point advantage for your Cougars. Heinen in the lane, kicks out. Henry. 3-point attempt left short. Linville with the board. Linville gets it up and a huge rejection by Chandler White. Get it out of here up into the cheap seats. Yeah, Chandler White. How about that block right there? Linville with the inbounds pass here will get out. Takes a handoff back. Bowen. Godfrey. Bowen now top of the key, left all alone. He's their 3-point threat. Excuse me, Sans is. Bowen, well, he's 2 of 2 on the year. He's batting 1,000. So Linville called with the foul. It's his first, team's 4th. Godfrey's going to check out. Sans back in. Heinen on the trigger. Turner, fadeaway, hook shots, no good. Pulling down the board is Jennings. Sans back to Jennings. Possession to stay with Grace. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Ball finds its way back to Bowen. Left hand extended, could not finish. Another rebound for Linnup, now with 7. Compton also with 6 rebounds. Wow, Austin Compton filling up the stat sheet. So checking in for Deaton will be number 15, Tim Swanson. He's from Warsaw High School. Junior guard at 6 foot. Heinen with the easy lane. $14-point advantage now for St. Francis. Rolling. Yesterday in the Crossroads League, Mount Vernon beating Indiana Wesleyan 83-81. Three-pointers good by the newcomer, Swanson. Heinen pushing it on the other end. Nice find. Turner can't finish there. Lots of contact. That's the 7th rebound for Compton. 11-point advantage now for your Cougars. Bounce feed. Linville picks up his 2nd foul here. 3:55 left to play in the first half. Compton. Bryce down low. Bryce being guarded by Sons, number 32. Nice skip pass over to Compton out of the corner for 3. Austin Compton doing it all here in the first half. Compton had a little thing there with his right arm. Sure exactly what that means. As on the other end is 32. So Sons hits the triple, matching Compton's triple. Still an 11-point lead for St. Francis. Catch and drive, Compton. Oh, it falls, Austin Compton. What's he doing? He's doing it good, though. Austin Compton now with 9 points. That was awesome. Compton, he's got a whole first half highlight reel. Take up about 2 minutes. Turner and Compton check out. Huge ovation from the crowd, rightfully so. Lob goes into Deaton. Bowen back to Deaton. Out of the corner, catch and shoot. Triple's good. Jennings makes it a 10-point game. Lotzenheiser quickly on the other end with the lay-in. Connor, his 2nd bucket of the game. He's got 4. Deaton. Fast-paced game here as we're going back and forth with the scoring. Still a 10-point ad. White has it swatted from behind. But possession will stay with St. Francis. Stephen Halstead, the senior, checking in. 6 foot 2 inch guard. Two minutes left to play here in the first half. Blow by Derek Heinen. Point advantage. That's Halstead with the rock. Bowen to Deaton. Jumper's good for Swanson. 44-34. tie up top of the key. It's like a blocking foul going to go against Swanson, number 15. That's his first and the team's 6th. That's Wesley Davenport, manager for the Cougs. Again, always doing a great job, good hustling. And a man-to-man defense here for Grace College. Bryce looking for the reverse lay-in, knocks it down. Bryce Linup never ceases to amaze. Beautiful play there. He's had a lot of them. Bryce currently the game's leading scorer with 12 points. Inside 1 minute to play, 12-point advantage. Cougs have led from the tip. Bryce, another reverse lay-in. Can't be stopped. The only thing that can stop Bryce Linup is foul trouble. Lots of contact. Halstead. Wide open is Jennings, who hits it and gets fouled. Looking for the 4-point play. This could bring the game back to within 10 points. .38-38 is your score. Shot clock is off. Eight seconds. Heinen wide open. 3-point. Right rim's no good. Rebounded by Lotzenheiser. Looking for the reverse. No good. Bowen got that board and just let her fly. The football pass is no good. So at halftime, 10-point lead for St. Francis. We'll take a 9-minute break and we'll be back with you for some of the stats from the first half. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine.
Birthing centers with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Oh. Up. 2. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. They might see a number and say, wow, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having athlete access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
Pilates therapy is using the Pilates technique in a therapeutic way. Pilates itself is just using, we would use Pilates equipment, to work on precise movement patterns in the Pilates method in that rehabilitation process. The benefit of doing Pilates with the therapy, the biggest benefit is to work on smaller muscle groups and precise movement patterns that you're going to get with using the Pilates method. In this method, if you just come in with low back pain, or you have some shoulder pain, or you have some other pains that aren't surgically repaired, the Pilates method is very effective in utilizing those smaller muscle groups that are attached from the core into the shoulders or to the hips to strengthen from the inside out. It very much works posture. In this day and age, posture is a huge thing with people, sitting at desks, keeping the head forward.
Anybody can benefit from Pilates. Definitely athletes, performers, dancers, gymnasts, but you also people chronic pain, back pain, shoulder pain, teenagers, even women going through pregnancy or postpartum can also benefit from Pilates.
Pilates is for everyone, and including men, especially men. Men get tight as they age, decrease in flexibility in the hamstrings, in their spine. Now you have many professional athletes doing Pilates, LeBron James, Jake Arrieta, Antonio Brown, and they're finding the benefits of getting the elongation of the muscles and the strengthening and the balance and the control that helps them during their sport. And we are the only clinic in Fort Wayne that services both physical therapy and Pilates at the same time, that you can get a Pilates-based rehabilitation.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. We're about 5:40 away from the start of the second half. A little bit late here at 9:15. This is game number 2 of a doubleheader, so instead of it being a 7 o'clock start, it was about an 8:20 start after the overtime finish of the women's game, excuse me. Let's go over some of the scoring here in the first half. For Grace College, Matt Jennings tied a game-high 14 points. Hayden Deaton had 2 points. Logan Godfrey with 6. Eric Bowen with 2. Tim Swanson with 5. Charlie Warner with 3. And Jarrett Sands with 6. And leading Grace in rebounding was Godfrey with 6. So he's 6 points, 6 rebounds for Godfrey. Jennings had 3 assists. Looking at St. Francis, Stephen Turner with 9 points. Stephen was 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. Linup with 14 points. Henry with 6. Lotzenheiser with 4. Heinen with 6. Austin Compton with 9 points. Linup also with 7 rebounds, and Compton with 7 rebounds to lead the Cougs. Lotzenheiser had 4. Grace shot 43% from the field on 15 of 35 shooting, 47% from beyond the arc on 7 of 15 shooting, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Cougars 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc for 57%, 22 of 36 from the field, 61%. Points off turnovers, Grace 2-0. Points in the paint, St. Francis dominated 36-12. Second chance points, St. Francis 11-2. Bench points, Grace 14-9. Largest lead of the game for St. Francis was by 14 points with 6:12 left to play in the first half. Grace has not led in this game. There's been no ties either. Folks, we'll take one more quick break here before the start of the second half.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everyone. Forgive me, got one more to play.
An athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
So, folks, looking at the results from yesterday's game, once again, Mount Vernon has beat Indiana Wesleyan 83-81. Bethel winning it at Marion 78-71. Spring Arbor beating Goshen 95-72, and Huntington getting the 102-99 win over Taylor. So Spring Arbor, that's a big victory for them, and they're going to travel to take on Indiana Wesleyan on Saturday, which is a huge game that could have implications on the Crossroads League tournament and who will host all the way throughout if they would continue to win. So with a win today, St. Francis will be in a tie for first place in the Crossroads League. St. Francis will travel to Bethel. Bethel's currently in 3rd place with a 10-7 conference record. And Indiana Wesleyan will host Spring Arbor. Spring Arbor's ranked number 22nd in the country, but they are 8-9 in conference, 20-9 overall. So it'll be fun to see how everything shakes out as we start the second half. Heinen picks up the turnover. Lotzenheiser back to Henry. This game started off with a frantic pace, and the hut has cleared out just a bit. St. Francis kind of dominating the first half there as Stephen Turner goes back to work. Stephen Turner now with 11 points. 50-38 is your score. Turner, his high on the season is 11 points at Huntington. So his next bucket will be a season high for Stephen Turner. Good block by Linup. Heinen takes a feed near wing. So once again, this Saturday is going to be very telling. Wesleyan coming in and getting the win against St. Francis. But every single time they play that hard-fought game against the Cougars, there's a letdown the game after. After they beat St. Francis the first time in overtime in Marion, as the three-pointer is good. Evan Henry, his 3rd of the game. So right after Wesleyan won the first time, they traveled to Spring Arbor and lost. St. Francis has flat out handled Spring Arbor this year. Jennings with the 3-point for Grace. 51-43, or 53-41. Turner able to corral it. We got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Heinen. Offensive rebound for Linnup. Bryce, who once again averages 3 offensive rebounds per game. $17:55 left here in the second half. Heinen double team, nice no look behind the back pass. Henry back to Derek. Right hand dribble drive. Logan Godfrey's there with the help defense. Linnup has it ripped away by Jennings. Jennings currently with 17 points in this game is your game's leading scorer. Right-handed hook shot, no good by Godfrey, rebounded by Turner. Steven now, that's his first rebound of the game to go with his 11 points. Heinen cannot hit off the side of the rim. Jennings off the contact, it's no good. Just in case you guys are wondering, the majority of the fans are sitting on our side of the bleachers. Grace to the left of your screen and St. Francis to the right. Pretty packed house here. The first one is good for Jennings. Packed on this side, I should say. One more and Grace will pull back to within 10. Jennings now with 19, a game high. First time around at Grace, it was Jennings who led the Lancers with 18 points. Jennings this year has started 14 of 28 games. Stop and pop off the heel. He is the team's second leading scorer, averaging 12.9 per 25.1 minutes played per. Down low, Bowen faces up to the rim and gets it to fall. So currently now it's a 7-0 run for Grace. Only down by 8. Godfrey. That was Linville going for the steal. Triple is good for Connor Lotzenheiser. His first three-pointer of the game. On the other end, it was Bowen. Back-to-back buckets for him. We got the score here in the gym at 53-50. Grace out of the corner. Three-point attempt is nothing but the bottom of the net. Hayden Deaton. I got the score at 56-50, folks at home. I think it was Lotzenheiser's three-pointer that they gave to Grace here in the gym. We got a tie-up. Coach Cross calling the timeout. We got a 30-second timeout here at 15:02. Still waiting for the media timeout, but we're going to stick here. So once again, St. Francis, that's only a 6-point advantage here, but I do have faith in the Cougars to pull this one out. If that were the case, St. Francis would move into a tie with Indiana Wesleyan at 13-4. Bethel College at 10-7 in conference play. Bethel, take a look at their record at home this year. At home, they lost to Taylor and lost to Grace at home as well. They lost to Marion at home and lost to Indiana Wesleyan at home and lost to Mount Vernon Naz at home. Oh, sorry. Looking at the women's basketball. That makes a little bit more sense as they are 2-14 in Crossroads League play. That's my fault, folks. This is game number 2 of a doubleheader. So I'll get back with you about Bethel, and I'm sure their record at home is a lot better than what I just ran off. As another three-pointer by Lotzenheiser is nothing but the bottom of the net. Cougs now back to a 9-point advantage. Back-to-back three-pointers for Connor Lotzenheiser. And the Cougar scoring. Deaton left short. Compton with the board. Austin switches to the right. He's fouled. Foul's going to go against Linville, number 2. That'll be his 3rd. Media timeout here with 14:35 left to play. You're watching Cougar basketball, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships.
So Spring Arbor really does need that win on Saturday when they travel to Indiana Wesleyan if they want to try to jump into the top 4 and host a first-round Crossroads League championship game. As it sits right now, St. Francis would host Huntington in the first round, and Indiana Wesleyan would be hosting Taylor. Bethel would host Spring Arbor, and Marion would host Mount Vernon Naz. Second one for Compton misses them both. Score remains at 59-50. At one point in this game, it was 56-50. It's closest Grace has been since early in the game. Godfrey, no good, rebounded by Turner. Compton. Lotzenheiser, left-handed take. It's walled off. Kick out goes to Henry, and that was a 3 for Evan Henry. He's got 4 in the game. Henry doing a great job of finding the perimeter and getting behind. The Balloons lead to 12 points. So the foul's called on Henry, his second, team second. Logan Godfrey, this is his second free throw attempt. He's 0 of 1. They get 1 of 2. (62-52) is your score. 13:36 left to play in this second half. Lotzenheiser catch and drive. Floater with the right is good. Lotzenheiser really starting to pick it up. They're going to need number 11 big time here in the Crossroads League tournament. Strong take there by Jennings. Back to a 10-point advantage. 13 minutes left. Now in the paint, Turner. So it'll be Compton with the inbound. Linville now has 4 fouls. He's going to check out. Halstead's going to check in for him as White finishes, no problem. Chandler White, his first 2 points of the game. That's what makes Chandler White such a great player, is he can do everything on the floor. He's a superior athlete, and he doesn't care if he leads the team in scoring. Baseline jumper rebounded by Bowen. Bowen is a ferocious player. And he's a senior. So Halstead's going to check in. Halstead's a senior as well. Steven Turner, his 11 points. When his next bucket, that's going to be a career high for him here at St. Francis. Right hand, gets his own rebound. White's going to head to the free throw line for 2. Chandler, the team's third leading scorer, averaging 12.9 points per game, shoots 77% from the free throw line, 80 of 104. His 104 attempts, third best on the team behind Linnup, 160. And Heinen, 107. First one's good. Chandler, 3 straight points for him. Logan Godfrey leads Grace. He's got 145. Jennings, 119. Bowen, 103. Free throw attempts entering today's game. Inside 12 minutes. Cougars really starting to roll here. Deaton's fouled and finishes. Looking for the 3-point. Henry, Turner, Lotzenheiser all check out. Linnup's back in. Hunter Hollowell's in. Heinen, Compton, White's still on the floor. Good. 68-57. Got some pressure here in the backcourt now. White just going to drive straight to the cup. He had it knocked away, and last touch by Chandler. That's a turnover for St. Francis, just the 7th turnover of the game. Grace, only two turnovers in this one, so doing a good job of keeping possession as Lancers. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Swanson, who gets it back out. Halstead, not a good looking shot for Halstead there. Looked like a chest pass. On the other end, jump ball as Compton collides with the wall. Compton's only a sophomore, folks. This is his 3rd year with the program, but he was a redshirt his freshman year. Just a sophomore. Fun player to watch. Gives you 100 75% down there. Lob goes into Linup. Bryce Linup, his 16th point of the game. Cougars now up by 13. Crossover, Jennings got hung up, missed on the lay-in. Hollowell, shoot that all day. Halfway down, pops out. Entering today's game, Hunter Hollowell, a 41% three-point shooter. You got Derek Heinen at 43% and Evan Henry at 41%. Once again, the last regular season game at home for your Cougars. Both the Lady Cougars and Coach Cross's squad. Sanz nails the triple. Sanz now with 9 points. Once again, he leads Grace in three-point attempts entering today's game. Grace, though, they rank number 35 in the country, shooting 38% from beyond the arc. Entering today, they've taken about 55 less three-point attempts than St. Francis. Coach Kessler going to take a full timeout here with 10-11 left. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider of the Cougars.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. That was the Cougar Marching Pride in their second full season. Marching band during the football season down on the field. They play for all the home games. Heinen being guarded by Jennings, working off that pick by Linup. Linup trailing as Derek had that knocked away from behind. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 10:03 on the game clock. Bryce working straight to the cup. Just can't stop him. Another high percentage day for Bryce. He's now 9 of 11 from the field. Entering today, Bryce ranks number 23 in the country, shooting 58% from the field. Sanz down low. Sanz takes it right to Linup, but can't finish. Not happy about it. Nice find by Heinen. Hunter Hollowell out of the corner. Drains the triple. 15-point ad now for St. Francis. Largest lead of the game for the Cougars thus far. Had a 14-point lead in the first half. Airball attempt there by Jennings. His arms might be getting tired. He does have 21 points. That leads all scores. Linup's 18 leads St. Francis. Ooh, nice kick.
Hayden Deaton checking in for Grace. Deaton checks in with 8 points. Nice. Oh, my God. Bryce Lena putting on a clinic. Wow. $17-point ad now for the Cougs. Three-pointer by Sanz is good. Grace's last make was a three-pointer by Sanz. That one right there caps a 7-0 run. Or breaks a 7-0 run by St. Francis. Compton switches to the right. Too much body contact there by number 15, Tim Swanson. Swanson's probably the most muscular guy for Grace. So he's looking for the contact. Heinen to inbound it for St. Francis. Ooh, Derek's pass intended for Chandler was tapped away by Warner. We're going the other way. Eight minutes left to play. 14-point advantage currently for St. Francis. Cougars once again will finish up the regular season. 3 p.m. tip-off this Saturday at Bethel College. Godfrey. That's his 10th point of the game. Once again, entering today, averaging 15.8 for Logan Godfrey. Good news for Grace is Godfrey's only a junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Snyder High School. Looks like they're going to call a blocking foul. No foul. Turnover by the Cougars. Lotzenheiser's going to check back in. Halstead, catch and shoot. Good. So now Grace pulls back in within single digits, down by 9. Henry dials it up. Drains it. Evan, his 5th three-pointer made in this game. Grace answers. Henry back down to Linup. He and Godfrey, it's a neat matchup. Goshen or Grace fans wouldn't travel. 82-71. So for Sanz, that's just his first foul of the game. It'll be Compton with the inbound. 6:11 left to play in the second half. 11-point ad currently for the Cougars. Goshen College. If Grace loses, then Goshen and Grace will be tied for last place in the Crossroads League as Bryce is going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul's going to go against Godfrey. Neither Goshen or Grace will be competing in the Crossroads League postseason tournament. St. Francis winning the tournament 2 years ago in that special season. Cougars making it all the way to the championship game and then losing to Wesleyan. Since that loss to Wesleyan, the Cougars have lost 6 in a row to the Wildcats. Bryce going to check out. That should do it for Bryce today. Linup, 24 points, 11 of 13 from the field, and 9 rebounds. Always one of the best in the Crossroads League with double-doubles. Halstead, another three-point attempt, no good. Godfrey, no good on the putback, and he's tied up with Turner. Jump ball. Turner is not scared to get into the mix, that's for sure. Catch and shoot, no good. Charlie Warner. 5:38. Lotzenizer hands it off to Chandler. Fadeaway jumper. Godfrey's got the board. And I think they're going to call a reach-in on Compton, number 31. So for Austin, that's his third. Big round of applause from the Lancer fans over there. Sensing a little bit of sarcasm. Just a tad. Total fouls, 13 for Grace, 9 for St. Francis in this game. Halstead, another three-point attempt. He's now, what, 1 of 4? 1 of 4 from three-point land. So that foul's called on Matt Jennings. It's just his second. Jennings does lead all Grace scores with 21 points. Bryce Linup leads all scores with 24. Bryce also has 7 assists, nearly a triple-double for Bryce Linup here. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. We're going to talk with Stephen Turner after the game. It's the only senior we haven't interviewed yet this year, so we'll interview senior Stephen Turner and get his reaction on what it's like playing with his other fellow seniors. So both free throws are good for Chandler White. Godfrey, oh, excuse me, that was Sands with the putback. Sounds a good player. As Stephen Turner gets the lay-in, he's continuing to add. That's a career high now, 13 points for Stephen Turner. Billy Doslak about to check in for the Cougars. Left-hand take by Godfrey, no good. Rebounded by Heinen. Stephen Turner hitting his first three-pointer of the season. Last year, Turner was 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. This year, 1 of 2. Catch and shoot. Side rim's no good for Swanson. Tracking it down, though, is Sands. Working with the new shot clock. The ball is nearly taken away by Chandler. I love how Stephen runs all the way over from the low post to go help up his teammate. Full timeout here at 3:55. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. .355 and counting here in the second half. Jennings, Grace's leading scorer with the ball. Billy Doslak in man-to-man defense for St. Francis. In the lane, no good on the shot for Deaton. Sans, step back three-point attempt. That one rims in for Deaton. 12-point lead now for St. Francis. So entering today's game once again, Grace College coming off a win at number 22 Spring Arbor, 84-78. I mean, that's a good, really good win for Spring Arbor. They got wins at home against Mount Vernon Naz and Goshen, and on the road against Taylor. Their 3 losses in a row were to Huntington, 88-80, Bethel, 77-75, and Marion, 81-76. So after starting off the season 3-1, Grace, if they should lose this game, will fall to 11-18 on the season. Once again, folks, this is the Crossroads League, so heading into Crossroads League play, pretty much every team in the Crossroads League has a winning percentage of 80 or above. Once again, that was the first win against a top 25 team for Grace on the season. They're 1-8 against top 25s. Jennings. Scoop shot is good. (78-89). Inside 3 minutes to play. Turner now with 15. Once again, adding to that career high. It's a great game for Stephen Turner. Starting this game, playing a lot of minutes. Coach is really, really going to need him. I can't even emphasize enough how much Coach needs Stephen Turner here heading into the postseason. So we got another full timeout taken by Coach Kessler. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider for the Cougars.
An athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
So this is just the second time this season that the Cougars are coming off back-to-back losses. The first time was back on November the 3rd, 4th, losing to number 1 Cornerstone and then Indiana Tech. After that, St. Francis rattled off 16 straight wins. So hopefully that'll be in the cards here for Coach Lacrosse and the Cougs entering postseason play. Could be a good omen. Sans, three-pointer, no good. Turner boarded it over to Doslak. Steven, 15 points, 2 rebounds. Triple's good for Billy Doslak. A huge triple for the junior out of Penn High School. On the opposite end, three-pointer's no good, rebounded by Heinen. And we got some water on the court, right in front of the Grace bench. Coach Kessler says, wasn't me. As he's going to pull number 21 off the bench, David Holden, sophomore, 6'3", from Greenville, Illinois. Every single player from Grace's roster is from Indiana, except for number 21, David Holden. Big round of applause for Stephen Turner as the Cougar faithful get off their seats. The standing ovation. Chandler White and Derek Heinen check out along with Evan Henry. Devin Tennant in on the floor. Michael Logan also in this game. Doslak along with number 4, James Mayberry, and number 3, Conlon Martin. The only player we have not seen is Mayberry. Kicks out to Martin. Devin Tennant can't, oh wow, nice bounce pass to Devin, or by Devin to Conlon. But Devin Tennant was huge going up against Foreman and Ott and Bethel with his other 2 bigs, Turner and Linnup, fouled out. Devin Tennant finishes. You can see the confidence just keeps on growing for number 13. (96-78), 1:35 left to play. No good. Good. As it rims in. Cody Holmes going to check in now, a 6'8" freshman from Northfield High School out of Wabash, Indiana. Folks, Devin Tennant on the season. He's now 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Logan with the right hand, no good. Rebounded by the freshman, Holmes. Long triple try is good for number 34, Martin Sheely. Inside 1 minute to play. Once again, let's go over Stephen Turner's number here. He's 7 of 10 as Michael Logan gets his first bucket. 7 of 10 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds, 15 points. James Mayberry now looking to go coast to coast. Can't finish. Tennant with the follow. Loose ball picked up by Doslak right at half court. So that is going to do it, folks. St. Francis will improve its record to 23-6 overall, 13-4 in the Crossroads League. Grace will fall to 11-18 overall, 4-13 in Crossroads League play. St. Francis is going to win it 99-81. We'll head down and talk with Coach Across. Check.
catching up with Coach Lacrosse after this great 99-81 victory. Great win, Coach. After back-to-back losses, has to feel good just dominating this game from start to finish.
No question. You know, it obviously leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you lose 2 in a row, but you know, I thought we battled on Saturday and just came up on the short end, and we were able to come out and execute and get some stops here tonight to get the win. So it was very important for us. Obviously, with Wesleyan getting beat last night to put us in a tie, now we just got to make sure that we're prepared and take care of business on Saturday.
Well, last time we lost back-to-back games, we won 16 in a row, so that could be a good omen. But talk about your seniors, special group. I can't think of a more special group of seniors.
Yeah, no question. I mean, they've been, like you said, they've been special for I can't believe, you know, I can just remember how many times we went down to Columbus, Indiana to watch Bryce and watch Evan and spent so much time on those guys. And man, they've just been unreal for our program and what they've done for our university. What is it, their 106th win in 4 years, and then obviously adding Derek Heinen and Stephen Turner. Stephen was huge tonight. You know, it was great to see him play big minutes for us and play well, and then you know, Derek's been solid all year for us. So you know, hopefully this gives us confidence, and got to continue the rest of the way out and push hard here to the end of the season and into the postseason.
Coach, 2 years ago was obviously a very special season. This season in itself has been extremely special. I think it might have even surprised a few people, but would you categorize it kind of like that?
Yeah, I think every group's special, you know, and that's the great thing about this job and this game is, you know, you just build these relationships with these guys, and you know, you want them to be successful on the floor, but it's neat to see what they're doing after school as well, and you know, you just want to be part of that success for the rest of their lives, and fortunate enough I get the opportunity to do that along with our staff, and you know, like I said, you just build that bond, and it's tough to see anybody go. We're really going to miss these seniors, but you know, they passed on a legacy, and we just got to make sure that we continue to work and continue to get better each and every day, and that's kind of the mindset that they've taken for 4 years, and so it's been a great time, and hopefully we have many more to come here down the stretch.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Coach. Folks, we're going to go grab Stephen Turner real quick after his career high 15 points. All right, joining me is the big man, Stephen Turner. Stephen, congratulations, a career high 15 points today. How'd it feel in this game?
It was good. Just, you know, kind of got the ball in good positions. Teammates put me in great positions to score, and finally finished a couple layups today.
You know, you couldn't have said it better, teammates. You're one of the 4 seniors. This is a special group of seniors. You know, the last 4 years, this year with Heinen, last 2 years with yourself. But can we just go down the line? Like Bryce Linnup, what do you think about Bryce? What's he kind of meant to you as far as your basketball career here at St. Francis?
Oh, he's been great from the first day on my visit, and I saw him out here playing against him, and I just saw his picture up in the rafters there, the All-American. He's a great player, you know. He does everything every day. He comes to work, and I think just guarding him every day has helped me with just being a better defender, and you know, he's just taught me a lot about how to be more balanced in the post and trying to really finish in open areas instead of trying to force things.
And Evan Henry, he doesn't take many shots, and they're all from pretty much beyond the perimeter, and he makes a majority of them, 42% on the season. Were you pretty impressed when you first saw that quick shot release?
Oh, very impressed. He hit a lot, and these past 2 years I've been here, and I know he's one of the best shooters of all time here. And, you know, he doesn't say a lot. You don't see him talking a whole lot, but he's one of our biggest leaders, you know, in the huddles and in the locker room, and he's always keeping us going. And, you know, he doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. So that's why he gets to, you know, he plays so much, and he plays a huge role, and he may not always score, but he's one of our best defenders and always locks down the other team's best players.
Absolutely ferocious. Derek Heinen, our first time seeing him this year, man, his ability to drive to the basket and draw all that contact but still finish, he's been a real key part to our success this season.
Derek has a very unique game, and I got to play a lot of one-on-one with him last year when we were working out postseason, and he's one of those guys that you don't expect it, and then all of a sudden he's at the basket and scoring, or he's pulling up for that 12 to 15-foot jumper, and you think you get a hand in his face, and then all of a sudden it's going through the net. So you just never know what you're going to get with him. He's got such an array of moves, and he does a really good job scoring the ball and, keeping us going offensively.
One more regular season game left, and then it's into the postseason once again. How do you feel coming off back-to-back losses? Now, the first time we had back-to-back losses, we won 16 games in a row. So this is game number 1. I feel like we got a little streak in the future, but how does the team feel?
I think we feel pretty good. We're just trying to take it one at a time, and coaches got us doing some things in practice that keeping us focused, and we understand that we had 2 tough losses, and I can't dwell on that, and that can't define our season. So we've just got to bounce back, and I think we had a pretty good showing tonight of just getting back to what we want to do offensively and defensively, and we're just going to take it one game at a time from here on out.
A little bit of blood on your jersey, but great game, Stephen. Congratulations. So Stephen Turner and the Cougs going to travel to Bethel College on Saturday. Thank you, sir. To finish up the regular season. It's an important game, folks. You're definitely going to want to get on that Bethel live stream. Indiana Wesleyan hosting Spring Arbor. That's not a guaranteed win for Wesleyan. Certainly going to Bethel's never a guaranteed win. But it's going to go down to this final Saturday of Crossroads League play. Personally, I'd just like to thank these seniors, Bryce Linnup, Evan Henry, Stephen Turner, Derek Heinen. It's been a really great run with these guys, and especially Linnup and Henry the last 4 years. They've really helped take this program to a national championship, title contending program year in and year out. They are amazing, all 4 of those guys. So, folks, thanks so much for joining us. My name is Jeff Mahoney up here in the booth. It was a big victory for the Cougars, 99-81 over Grace. I had Matt Runyon on the camera. Until next time, and the next time will be next week in the Crossroads League tournament, have a great rest of the week, everybody.